Naoto Fujita, and the title of the talk will be Systematic Evaluation of the Robustness of Open Source Networks for MRI Multi-Coil Reconstruction.
Thank you for introducing. I will talk about our research on systematic evaluation of the robustness of open source networks for MRI multi-coil reconstruction. And this research is done in collaboration with Fujifilm Corporation. And many supervised deal models for accelerated MRI reconstruction have been proposed. The training and testing data domains should be the same for high reconstruction performance. However, in clinical practice, the domain of testing dataset may be diverse. Therefore, it raises the question: how robust are these models to domain shift between the training and testing dataset? The purpose of this study is to evaluate the generalization of the reconstruction networks across various domains under clinical practical conditions. We focused on 6 different domain shifts between training and testing datasets. There are so many differences between network models that is difficult to identify the causes of performance and superiority or inferiority. Therefore, we here present the result of the robustness benchmark test to provide guidance on which network are preferred in each case. We evaluate 3 model-based models and 1 data-driven models. For model-based network, we choose deep cascade of convolution neural network (DCCNN), hybrid cascade, bilateral network. For data-driven network, UNet. In this study, we use the first MRI powered dataset. We perform single domain tests and cross-domain tests for experiment 2 to 4. The training and testing conditions are different. ISMRM is used as a numerical metric. Here is the result of the sampling pattern domain shift. And in the same domain, where the sampling pattern are the same for training and testing, and these model-based models showed higher performance than UNet. In different domains, a model-based network showed less performance deviation compared to UNet. This table summarizes the average SSM values for different combination of domain shifts concerning the sampling pattern and acceleration factors. For 3 model-based networks, the average SSM hardly decreased when the sampling patterns were changed, indicating robustness to the sampling shift. The average SSM decreased largely when the acceleration factor is changed, indicating low chance for acceleration factor shift. Interestingly, in some cases, the cross-domain test showed higher average SSM values than the single domain test. In practice, model-based networks are preferred when the domain shift of the sampling pattern is expected. Next, here are the results of noise-level domain shift. When abstract noise was added to the testing, the noise-like reconstruction error became more noticeable in the 3 model-based models as indicated by light box. Meanwhile, UNet was more robust to noise-level domain shift than the other model-based networks. As added noise increased, the performance of the 3 model-based networks decreased, approaching the performance of UNet. In practice, model-based networks are preferred unless the domain shift in noise level is too large. Finally, here is the result of anatomy and contrast domain shift. Model-based networks were more robust than UNet, and similar to experiment 2 and 3. However, unlike the previous experiment, differences were observed among the model-based networks, with Barnett performing the best. Barnett removed almost all of the abstract, while hybrid cascade and DCCNN left some behind. this table summarizes the average SSM values for different combinations of domain shift concerning the anatomy and contrast. The trend was generally the same for other anatomy and contrast domain shift. Barnet was the most robust, while UNet was least robust. DCCNN and hybrid cascade were less robust against the anatomy shift from blind to knee than knee to blind. In practice, Barnet is preferred when the domain shift is not when the contrast is expected. Finally, a larger list performed clinical evaluation for some cases. Trend between SSM values and clinical scores were generally consistent. Model-based networks showed better performance, especially Barnet is higher in anatomy domain shift. Interestingly, in some cases, the clinical evaluation showed quite the opposite trend. If artifact overlap with regulated for diagnosis, clinical scores may get lower. Note that a numerical metric may be higher even if these fatal artifacts exist. Conclusion: we evaluate the generalization performance of multiple open source network for ML reconstruction. Thank you for listening.
Great, thank you so much for your presentation. Any questions from the audience?
Thank you very much for this presentation. I was just wondering, comparing these different network structures is always challenging. You have a number of parameters of the network, the size of the network, you have lots of hyperparameters. Could you maybe explain a little bit what you did in order to homogenize between the three different methods to make sure that there's a fair comparison between them?
Okay, I tell here in detail. I can tell here in detail. The number of training parameters is not same. That is one of the limitations. That is leads to unfair comparison.
Okay, great. So I guess that was the last presentation for this session, and thanks everyone for coming here, and thank you for your presentation again. So yeah.